Hello everybody. One of the most requested questions is how to set up a relation inside FireAdmin. So how to set up this relation field. Let's start by an example. So this is an event and one of the fields that it has is type. So of what type of music will be displayed, will be performed on this event. So we can have rock, techno, metal, I don't know, jazz, hip hop, and by default it's a text field, but what we want to do is to have a drop-down list of values, and we can do that with the field radio, checkbox, or drop-downs. But these three fields define a static list of values, and what we want to do is to have those values in Firebase. So here are my genres of music. So we have rock, dance, jazz, and techno. So what I want to do is display these rock, dance, jazz, and techno values inside a drop-down, and when we have a new item there, that to be displayed directly in the drop-down. Okay, so let's start. So in events we have a type, and I will need to copy this value to use as a key. So inside relation I will put my key, and here you will see that for option for relation it comes with two examples. So I will copy the Firebase one, and for key I will use type. What to display, as you can read in our documentation here, display what key to put in the name of the select element. So what value to show in the drop-down, what will be the string there. So we want to display, rock, dance, jazz, and techno, and they live in the name field. So we'll copy that field and I will use it, name. We have set up the key. What is the path? The path is the path to the data we want to display. And it's really easy to get, so we want to display the items here, this one, okay, and I will copy the path. Okay, the path is this one. Okay, what is value path? So when I select a drop down, when I select a relation, maybe I want the value there to be the link directly to static genres items, the 0 element or the first element. Or I want to display rock, dance, jazz, techno. In this case I want to display the value selected, so I will say isValuePath to false. If I set true, then the value saved in the type field will be something like this: static genres items 0 or 1, and for some cases that is needed. But for this example we will need as false. Okay, and what is the value to be saved there? It's the display value, so we will just save the name. Okay, so for now this is enough. Let's save it and see how it works. For example, I will save this to false for now. Okay, and I will go in the FireAdmin. There is an event, there is an error. Here we're missing this. And when it refreshes, false is okay. False. And when it refreshes, we should have a drop down of that field. Okay, yeah, type rock, dance, jazz, so I will select jazz. And that's it, this is saved as jazz. When I refresh it, it should be jazz once again. Okay, so these are more like advanced fields, and in some cases when you do a search query on Firebase, you want to have a different value there, or different field inside your database that you will use just for querying your data. This was in fact our need for one of the apps we did. This is the news app we did, and we need to query order the data, and then get sort the files, sort the fields, and get a field from that separate category. So what we did is should we produce a relationship key, and this could be false or true. Okay, if we see the reference now of this element ending on 348, let's see in elements, in events, this is in Skopje. Okay, so this is the JES one. Okay, and if we set produce relationship key to true, okay, this will produce when we select a new value, it will update that value. A relationship joiner is how it will join the values of the type of the key of the element of the event and the value of the path that we want to display. So this is just one field. Relationship key, what will be the name of the new field? So this is in fact type event ID. Okay, and if we save it, and when we refresh, and now when update to, for example, dance, we will say that the new field is created, type event ID. And if you see, this field is not displayed here, so that's okay because we don't need to modify manually. And this field in fact is useful for querying your database, searching for it, and stuff like that. This really depends on your business case. So this is not a required, but it's good. Probably will need it if you do a query or searching on your database. This is better because our database here is stored by cities, Belgrade, Skopje, but in one of our database, for example, let's see it, Swift News App, all the articles are in one, and we had to have category post ID to do a better search and querying and just returning posts from that category. So this part is optional, but really helpful if you have that business case. In general, you will have to modify this one for sure, and this one if you have that rule. So probably you learn how to create relationship in Firebase. I must say that this is a mimic function, and a relationship are not supported in Firebase, but with this we do that. And in Firestore they are supported directly by Google Firestore. And you have a separate video for this. For now, you learn how to create Firebase